Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Now in today's video I wanted to review all of the newly released lip products that I've picked up recently. So in the past months there were quite a lot of lip products that were released. Now of course I can't pick them all up, but I definitely have accumulated quite a lot of products, and I really thought it would be a cool idea to put them all in one video and share my thoughts and opinions on them, how they worked out for me, what I like about them, and maybe what I don't like about them. But this video is going to be kind of like more of a speed review video really on these new releases, because there's quite a lot of products. I'm gonna show you some footage of me wearing these shades on my lips, of course. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the formula, how they performed on me, and all of that. We do have some brand new releases by a couple of very intriguing brands. Like we got Tower 28, RMS, Lawless, Hourglass, and Rare Beauty, just to name a few. But before we are kicking off the review, I just wanted to remind you, in case you do enjoy this video, in case you find it helpful in any way, why not give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and also ring the bell to get notified. You guys know that is very much appreciated. And also please do let me know in the comment section down below if you have tried out any of these products that I'm featuring in today's video, or maybe you have tried out some other lip products that I'm not aware of. Please do share that with me. I would be really curious to know what you guys have been putting on your lips lately. I would say without no further ado, let's just go ahead and let's talk about the very first lip product, and let's start off with the lip glosses. So I actually have two brand new lip glosses. Now one of them is actually a new shade in an already existing formula. So it's not necessarily a brand new release, but it's a new shade, and I thought I've never talked about this product on my channel. So let's actually kick it off with Lawless, and this is the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss, and this retails for $26. So Lawless tends to release some new shades here and there with this Forget the Filler lip gloss formula. Now I picked up this shade Nudie, and that's the one I'm going to be reviewing today. So Nudie is actually also a limited shade. So in case you're interested in this one, I would say don't wait too long, because they are going to be gone afterwards. So at the moment this does exist in 12 different shades. So the shade Nudie that I've got is actually described as a limited edition pinky nude with a pearl finish. So some people really do enjoy this formula and others really don't. I mean, it's a plumping lip gloss, so you're gonna feel a little bit of tingling on your lips, and I would say this one is not too intense. I always felt like the tingling sensation is not something that was irritating my lips, that was just making them feel super uncomfortable. It's okay. I feel like it's disappearing within 2 minutes max, and then you can't really feel that plumping sensation anymore. It's also kind of like a cooling sensation. I mean, they do have a trademarked ingredient for this plumping, and it's called Maxi Lip trademark. So they actually have made some clinical studies with this formula, and I mean, you can read all about this on their website. It's kind of interesting. Every time I'm wearing this, I feel like it's super reflective. It definitely makes my lips kind of plumper. I do feel like when I look at pictures, for example, I feel like my lips look definitely fuller, increased in size. Not dramatically, okay? Just very, very subtle. But the one thing that I have to point out about this formula, though, is the fact that this product is quite goopy. And Lawless actually also has a normal lip gloss formula without the plumping, and I just remember that product being so goopy, and this one is no exception. I feel like it's almost like the same formula, just that they added this lip plumping ingredient in here. Now I will say, if you don't like that, it might be a deal breaker. I mean, I don't mind it too much. It's still a good product. I just feel like if you really hate that goopy feeling on your lips, it's definitely pulling strings. I'm gonna show you some footage. This is goopy, okay? It's a little bit tacky. I mean, it does not bother me to a point where I would say it's a completely useless product, because I have this in a couple of shades and I really don't mind it that much. Some people really dislike that. I mean, if I speak or if I talk normally, it's not gonna do that. So it's not overwhelming to a point where I would say this is really not worth it. The shade is really beautiful. It's kind of like a muted sort of dusty pink. Now I'm not so sure about the pearl finish. I feel like I have another shade by her which is called Glazed, and that one really has a pearl finish, so it will give you a little bit of this metallic sort of reflectiveness. I feel like this one does not have this pearl finish to the extreme as the shade Glazed has. And if you do want to just try this formula out, they sometimes do offer minis. So I would suggest just pick up a mini size product first before you're committing to a full size product. And then you can try out for yourself if you do enjoy this formula or if it's just a hard pass for you. So that's the Lawless one. So there is actually another newly released lip gloss product that I've picked up and tried out. So let's move on to that one. And that is the RMS Beauty Lip Lights Cream Lip Gloss, and this retails for $28. So RMS has recently launched these new lip glosses and they're quite interesting. They actually released 6 different shades of them. And I picked this one up in the shade Rumor, and the shade Rumor is actually described as a dusty mauve, and it's the shade that I'm wearing today. This shade is so beautiful, definitely a dusty mauve. Now I will say the packaging, the shade on the packaging looks different than the shade on my lips, because I really do love a dusty mauve, and I was like looking at this and I thought that does not look like a dusty mauve, but thankfully enough it does not come across like that on my lips. I mean, you see it right now. It is such a beautiful, stunning color. So the formula in and of itself, I feel like this is kind of a hybrid between a gloss and a lip balm, because it does not really have this gel texture of a lip gloss, you know, but it feels a lot balmier than your traditional lip gloss does. And it's also described as such. So let's have a quick look on the website what they're actually saying on here. So on the website, this is described as a skin nourishing, dewy textured 3-in-1 layer of glow. The glow on this, I mean, there is a little bit of glow, but it's not the most reflective kind of lip formula I've ever tried. So they're also saying a multitasker that works as a treatment balm, a sophisticated gloss, and a subtle, stingless volumizer. Formulated with plumping peptides and soothing botanical butters, this multitasking everyday lip tint comes in an artist tube, so you can squeeze out and use up every last drop of the product before recycling. Plumping peptides. Now, peptides do need a long time to actually, you know, have an effect on your skin. And I think this is a little bit of just like marketing language used here. Now, I will say I really dislike this packaging though. They already done that with their highlights. I really don't like this packaging. And the reason being is this does not have an applicator, it does not have a doe foot, none of that. So you have to put it on your fingers to apply it. I really do help myself with a brush. It's kind of annoying, especially for this type of product. This is very impractical if you are out and about. If you want to touch this product up, it's gonna get messy, okay? And then also, I feel like this lid, it's not that airtight, because sometimes the residue of what I squeezed out before hardens on me a little bit. I mean, it does really say a lot if you don't want to reach for something because of the packaging here. It's annoying. And also another thing is, be careful how much you're actually squeezing out, because sometimes you might end up with too much product and then it goes to waste. Now, I will say this actually has 9 grams of product, which is a lot of product. So you're gonna get a lot of like quantity for the price that you are paying. The shade is beautiful. The pigmentation is beautiful. The way this blends out is stunning. It's a really cool release by RMS. It's a solid formula. I actually like it. So yeah, but the packaging definitely did let me down. So those were the 2 lip glosses that I picked up. So I would say let's actually move on to some lip balms. And this is by Tower 28 and it's their Juice Balm Tinted Lip Balm, and this retails for $16. So you guys may know that I have really enjoyed their lip gloss formula in the past. I really enjoy that. It's like really high shine. Kind of also like more jelly, cushiony, not too cushiony though. I feel like those are a little bit more like slippery on the lips. So I was really intrigued when they had launched these tinted lip balms. I thought to myself in the beginning, maybe I'm just gonna pass on them. But then, you know, my curiosity kind of got me and I did pick up one shade, and that is the shade Mix, and it's described as a juicy sheer nude. This one is not that sheer though. I was really surprised when I tried this out the very first time. I was like, wow, this is actually not that sheer. This does have some pigment to it. I have to say these are very sort of oily, and they really like glide on effortlessly on your lips. This one comes in this kind of crayon type of packaging, and you just have to twist it up here, and you can also twist it back down. So that's kind of cool. I really like the shade. The shade is more of like a warm sort of brown to me. It definitely has a little bit of brown and purple in here. I mean, it's lovely. I really have enjoyed this. But it's very nourishing, okay? It's very almost like greasy in the best way possible. I don't feel like grease is the best sort of way to describe a product, but it definitely does feel like oily on your lips, okay? It has this nourishing kind of feel to it that you would get with a lot of these lip balms that are heavy on the oil or maybe on the buttery side. And also this product is completely fragrance free. The finish of this is definitely on the dewier side. It's gonna like give you some glow without being too reflective. I mean, it's very, very nourishing. So I think this is a cool product. I was really kind of like surprised when I used this for the very first time because I thought it would be super sheer and it would not do anything. But it looked lovely, and I actually enjoyed this one. All right, so let's move on to the next lip balm product I've tried out. So this is again by Lawless, and it's the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Tinted Balm Stick, and this retails for $26. So this was the gloss by Lawless, and they had recently released this tinted lip balm. So I was really intrigued, and I wanted to try it out, okay? I will say maybe I'm not the biggest fan of this. I actually do prefer the gloss a little bit over this product, and I also do prefer my Tower 28 slightly over this one. They do have this in 6 different shades, and one of them is actually a translucent shade. So I definitely thought that these other shades would be a little bit more pigmented. And also the shade that I picked up is actually the shade Georgie, and it's described as a taupe nude. Now when you say taupe, I do think brown grayish, like a cool tone brown. Like they have this satin sort of lipstick in the shade Suede, and that one is definitely a true taupe shade. I was really shocked when I saw this color in person. Here it is. This is not taupe. This is everything, but it's not taupe. So I'm not sure why they had described this shade as such. I mean, I did see the colors, but sometimes with these online pictures, you can't really say if something looks exactly the same. If a color is lost in translation because of your screen, you know, there's always a slight discrepancy when it comes to these photos that you're seeing online versus the reality. But let me tell you, this is not taupe. The pigmentation of this product is almost non-existing. It is super sheer, and it really came across as more of like a pink kind of nude shade than anything. Another thing that did bother me a little bit with this product was how stiff this was. This was so stiff, completely the opposite of the Tower 28 one. This one almost melts onto your lips, okay? With this one, you gotta be brutal. You really have to just pull it around, and it was kind of annoying. But then on the website, I actually read a note by them. After the first use and a few swipes, you're good to go. Like, are you actually kidding me? Like, why would I have to warm this product up like crazy to actually get something on my lips? I mean, I've used this now like 3 times, and I still feel like it's still very stiff. Now, it does have the exact same sort of more tropical, fruity scent as the lip gloss, the exact same scent. I still feel like the lip gloss does a little bit more of the plumping sensation. This one has a very mild plumping sensation, and I also felt like that it actually went away much quicker with the lip balm. I mean, the tingling, you know. I felt like with the lip gloss, it was more noticeable on my lips for a longer period of time. I am not sure how I'm feeling about this product yet. I feel like it was very stiff, and it did not glide on my lips as smooth. And I really thought that Lawless would come out with a tinted lip balm that was a little bit more balmy and more cushiony. So it's a little bit of a letdown, I've got to say. If I would have known all of these things, I would have definitely skipped on this product. Alright, so these were all of the lip glosses and lip balms for today's video, so let's actually move on to the liquid lipsticks. But I feel like liquid lipsticks might be the wrong description for these 2 different formulas that I've picked up, because they are really not like a traditional liquid lipstick that is drying, that increases your wrinkles, you know. These are very, very lovely products, but they are matte. So the very first one is actually a vault that I picked up. So it's like a bundle of 4 different shades. And this is by Kaleidos, and it's their Cloud Lip Clay. And this is the bundle Polar Placid, and it retails for $35. Now, I was actually familiar with this formula prior. I have this in two more shades. This is NU8, which is called Cold Smoke, and the shade NU7 Skin Chip. Those were kind of the only sort of nude brownie shades that they used to have. Now, Cold Smoke is like your true kind of brown, like a cool brown. And then Skin Chip is definitely more on the, I would say, peachier side. When I heard that Kaleidos was actually releasing these more like neutral, nude, brown tone shades in a bundle, I was sold. I was like, oh no, I have to get this because I'm actually a huge fan of this formula. It's a really nice formula. You guys may know I love a good brown shade. I don't really like it when a liquid lipstick completely dries down and enhances all of the wrinkles, you know, and makes your lips look super crusty. I mean, sometimes you can go over them with a gloss, but with this formula, you know, I really felt like they reminded me of the product that we are going to be talking about next. Like the product that is coming up next really kind of reminds me in terms of formula to this product, because this product really is not drying on your lips. It really feels like whipped and soft and just like it's just beautiful on your lips, okay? But yeah, just look at this vault, this packaging. Oh my gosh, I was living for it, okay? And inside you can find all of the 4 shades. This is really, really stunning. You can take this out and put a bunch of things in here. Now, if you're not vibing with any sort of brown tone shades, I would not suggest this bundle, but they've got definitely some other bundles. They also have a bunch of different shades. You can all purchase them separately as well. So I'm going to show them to you on my lips. The shade NU09 Pink Himalayan is described as a muted dusty pink. The shade NU10 Tundra is described as a muted cool toned chai brown. This definitely has a little bit of yellow undertone to it. So it works very well if you're doing any kind of like gold look. And then the shade NU11 North is described as a light peach rose beige with cool undertones. The shade NU12 Echo Valley, a cool toned taupe. Now, this is definitely a taupe shade, okay? Echo Valley is such a beautiful one, a little bit deeper, but so stunning. I love these. These are long-lasting. They won't dry out your lips. They're really pretty. The only thing that I will critique a little bit about these, it's very personal, okay? Because you might disagree with me on this, but I'm not the biggest fan of this doe foot. This doe foot is shaped in a way that it's kind of hard for me to apply the product. I feel like the tip is too pointed, you know. I wish it was a little bit more flat on the tip. I don't know, I just don't really like the doe foot. But, you know, that's such a minor kind of critique. Now, they also don't have any scent. I don't think they are scented in any way. No, these are completely fragrance free as well. They don't smell like anything, okay? So, I mean, I don't really mind having a little bit of scent on my lips, but I don't need it, okay? I don't really need that. I'm also really fine if something is completely scentless. I already had these nuder shades by Kaleidos, and I was really craving for something that was a little bit more like in between these two shades. And I feel like they really just made my dreams come true with this release. Alright, so let's move on to the next product that is kind of similar to this formula actually. And that is the Rare Beauty Lip Soufflé Matte Lip Cream, and one of them retails for $20. So I have already raved about these in my full face of Rare Beauty that I've recently actually uploaded onto my channel. When these were released, I mean, there was no way I would not pick these ones up. I love this formula. I have so many shades, and when they released these 3 brand new shades, I was all in. These shades are really, really stunning. They are a little bit more on the pinker side and on the peachier side. In the beginning, I thought this one would be a little bit more brown, but honestly, it's more of a muted peach. So the description on their website is a little bit questionable if you are actually looking at the shades applied to my lips. So let's actually go through the shades, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the formula. So this is the new shade Elevate. It's described as a light warm beige. Now in my eyes it's a very soft muted peach nude. And this is the shade Kindness. It's described as a nude pink, but it's not that nude. It has a little bit of warmth to it, a little bit of like apricot and brown mixed together, and a vibrant sort of color. So the next one is the shade Confident, and it's described as a rose mauve. This is not a complete scentless product. This definitely has a fragrance in here, and I think it's also an added fragrance. This smells like a perfume, but a really lovely perfume. Like, I don't mind it on my lips one bit, and I just love this formula. It's described as a matte lip souffle, and that's what it feels like. These are so creamy, so blurring, yet matte, and they last so long on your lips. I really don't have that much to compare to this formula, apart from these Kaleidos ones. I feel like the Kaleidos ones are very, very similar. It almost feels like the same product, but in all honesty, I feel like the Rare Beauty ones are a little bit more blurring even. I still feel like these should not really be called clay. They should also be called souffle, because they are not like clay on your lips. When I think about clay, I really think about something super drying. These are not drying, okay? I really do prefer also the doe foot on the Rare Beauty ones, because the Rare Beauty ones have this perfect sort of doe foot. They are kind of flat on the top, so it makes it so easy to apply these. And I also always feel like I don't need a lip liner with these, you know. These really don't require one. This is one of my all-time favorite formulas when it comes to a matte finish on my lips. So those were the products with a matte finish. So let's actually move on to the last product, and it's also the only traditional bullet lipstick product that I have picked up recently. So this is the Hourglass Unlocked Satin Cream Lipstick, and this retails for $42. So Hourglass never really had a traditional sort of bullet lipstick, you know. They had like these really thin lipsticks. I actually do have one of those. I was really, really excited to pick one of these up, because I thought, oh my gosh, these shades look so, so pretty. And I know that Hourglass has like good lip products, because let me tell you, their Unreal Gloss, their gloss is just so, so beautiful. It's very pigmented, it's very glossy. I really do enjoy their gloss formula. So the packaging is a little bit weird, because it's kind of like a tilted product. So if you do want to put this on your desk, you gotta put it like this way around, not the other way, because otherwise it will sit like that. It's just a little bit strange. You just have to do this to open it up. So they actually have released this product in 20 different shades. I picked up the shade Alpine, and the shade Alpine was described as a warm beige. This was so nourishing. I felt like this was very heavy oil-based. It really felt like this had a lot of butters, a lot of oil. It was very kind of moisturizing, but this was just so melty. It was so creamy. It was almost too much. I also feel like this is kind of one of these lipsticks that is just over the top moisturizing. It's not a bad product, but yet it wasn't wowing me in any major way. So those were all of the products that I was able to try out, and let me know in the comment section down below if you have tried out any of these products that I featured in today's video. I would be really curious to know, or if you have picked up some other products that I'm not aware of. Hopefully you did find this video helpful and enjoyable, and in case you did, why not give it a thumbs up? Also hit the subscribe button, and also ring the bell in order to get notified about my upcoming videos, and I shall be seeing you on here very, very soon with the next one. So until then, please do take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.